What is up, everyone? Welcome, episode 21 of Meet the Press. We are here. Jared's about to start his vacation this week, so he is ready to wild out.
Man, it's
Jared,
already
what's going on?
started. It's already started, man. I was straight up relaxing last night on the balcony bar, the bar that I built earlier this year. Just having
Oh, okay,
a nice.
okay. I'm gonna stop you. The bar that you built you built a table, okay? But it's a really nice table.
It's a bar table.
I feel like bar is overselling a little bit, but it
It's a
is super nice.
it's like a bar table, like a high top bar table.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it is super nice. You stained
but
it really nice.
yeah. Thanks. I took a blowtorch to
Yeah.
it.
Oh, did you? Did you?
Yes,
God.
that's how it got that nice color.
And
I
then
I
you
I, I built it. I put it together, and it looked really good. I had it all sanded down and smooth, and I was like, man. I had the blowtorch in my hand. It was roaring. I was like, I hope I don't screw this up. And I didn't.
was that the first time you've done that thing?
Yes.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
assume. Yeah.
Yeah. I described what I wanted as a shitty little bar table. Um,
That was nice though.
just,
Like I
just,
remember
I
whenever you
know, I
started
know, I
talking
know.
about
But
it, that was nice.
I was trying to undersell myself in case it did turn out really bad because I've never
Yeah.
done it.
Yeah,
But
I'll
now,
do
now it
that.
looks like I overachieved.
I mean, and you even have the little the can opener on
Yeah.
the underside with the
Yeah.
little catcher.
Yeah. Little box to catch the bottle caps in.
That's a nice
Thought it
feature.
through. Because if I take a bucket out there, I don't want to go back in.
Yeah.
But no, I was out there relaxing last night, enjoying a bottle of wine and some charcutes.
You
But
did have some
yeah,
coots.
nice little cheese board. I can class it up a bit.
I love charcuterie boards. I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie, I love them.
so good. I've been telling my friends for it's probably going on a year now. We should have a board night where everybody brings a board. Have you seen the TikToks and
Yeah,
stuff with
yeah,
these? Everybody brings a board that's like different. Someone could have a cheese board. Someone could have a meat board. Someone could have a
right.
Taco Bell board. Whatever board you want. A candy board.
That'd be nice.
But anyway, yeah, I'm on
Any all the
vacation.
above.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but no. Anyway, I'm on vacation. It's been who knew that not working and stressing about work and sleeping and eating healthy and working out would leave you feeling so good. Like who knew?
I'm telling you, I think all these celebrities that, make like bajillions of dollars, and I'm not saying celebrities don't work hard, but I don't think all of them do. I think some work really hard, but I don't think others do. The ones that don't work as hard and they're like, "Oh yeah, man, I just worked out for like 6 months straight. I got a nutritionist. I got this. I got like in super good shape." And I'm like, "That's awesome." For like, and that's like a 1%er thing, bro. Like,
Yeah.
but like you
But
said,
I mean anybody can do it if you have a million, 2 million, $4 million.
yeah,
It's for everybody if you have that.
it is nice though. Like, I'm not in that situation because I'm currently in the opposite, like actively looking for a job. Um, and the non-stress thing that you mentioned is not there. But yeah, that is a nice feeling of just kind of like sitting there and knowing I don't have anything.
I still check my email and I still scroll through Twitter and the last 2 days I've watched sports and just enjoyed it. I got to
What?
watch golf. I never get to watch golf
So
because
did
I'm
you
always
get up?
working on weekends.
Did you watch like the front half the at 1 a.m. or the back half at like 9-10 a.m.
Of
whenever
the
the leaders
final
tee off?
round.
Yeah.
I sat on the couch yesterday and watched probably most of the back nine for those final groups.
Hmm.
The top 10 groups.
Right.
And then today I woke up and I was just watching TV and then I took an accidental nap. You ever do that? Take an
The
accidental nap?
Yeah, of course I do.
Yeah, but I'm on vacation, man. I can
Yeah.
nap. And then I woke up and I was scrolling
So
through
I don't think
Twitter
you
and I
should call
saw
that an
something.
accident. I think that should be just a nap, Jared.
Yeah,
That's
well, I
not an
mean,
accident.
I didn't plan it out. But anyway,
It's
I
vacation.
was yeah, I just woke up, looked at my phone, and then I opened up Twitter, and the first tweet I saw was Rory needs to make a putt or something like that. And I was like, oh shoot,
Was it
the
me?
Open. No, it could have been any number of people to be completely
Oh,
honest
that's a good
with you.
point. That's a good point. I bet a lot of people were wishing Rory would make a putt this morning. Would have made a putt this morning.
Yeah, Rory himself included.
Did you hear the stat at one point today when I think it was maybe on 13 or 14, whenever they said he has Might have been a little earlier. He has made on 32 consecutive holes, he has two putted. That's not a
Yeah,
great stat.
yeah. I that was on 17 or 18. I think they said that.
Yeah, that's not a great stat.
It's. I wouldn't say it, he
I
didn't
think he played it too
mess
safe.
any. He didn't mess anything up, but he didn't have that signature moment in the final round that
He
you
didn't
need
have
when
that
a
chip
major
in.
tournament. Yeah,
Yeah.
like he did
Yeah, that
yesterday
like
on
he
number.
did like
Was it number 10?
I think it was number 10. Yeah.
Yeah, chipped
Yeah.
it out of the bunker. But okay. So for those who don't know, Cameron Smith was the winner. Shot a 64 on the final day. Absolutely caught fire on the back nine. Um, I believe he was the only player over the last 20 years to birdie the first 5 holes of the back nine in the final round of any major. Rory came in. He was tied for the lead with Hovland,
With
right?
Victor Hovland at 16, yeah.
Yeah. Um, would you say the Open, the story of the Open, was more about Rory not winning it or Cameron Smith coming back to win it? And don't say both because that's a cop
Well, neither. It was about
out.
Victor Hovland choking it off. No, damn. Everything's set up this week for a Rory McIlroy Open Championship. I think they showed a graphic or something. I think it's been 8 years since his major or something. And that was a longer gap, but I think everything's set up for Rory this week. He wasn't the world number one. Fine. That was Scotty Scheffler. I just think, I mean, it's St. Andrews, it's the old course, it's all these things, and I think that it was all set up for Rory, and then I think maybe he got to thinking that as well, and that he just needed to. I mean, because he kind of coasted today. I know. I think I tweeted. I don't think I would break 150. I wanted to say 200 in that tweet, but I thought you're selling yourself short, Tyler. I think 150 is good. But I just think he kind of phoned it in a little bit today. But on the flip side, holy hell, Cam Smith, man, that dude. Not only does he just ooze sex with his long flowing hair and his wispy mustache, but the dude, like the putt he made on 17 to save par. I mean, that was a long putt. That, like, whenever he made that, I was not as pissed about losing money on Rory McIlroy whenever he made that putt, because that was a really good putt. Like that's a cojones putt.
So
So
what
the
was your
answer,
answer to my question?
both is my answer.
I strictly said you can't say both.
Yeah, man,
I mean, I would definitely say it's Cameron Smith.
Cameron Smith played a hell of a round.
Shooting a 64 on
Yeah,
Sunday.
I mean,
Because Rory, he still shot a 70. He played it safe. He, didn't have that signature moment, but he still had, overall not a bad day, I would say.
it wasn't.
But
Yeah,
I thought Cameron Smith was going to be dead in the water. I think it was 13 on Saturday.
yeah,
Do you remember that shot? He was like standing in the bunker and the ball was like waist level. And he tried to
yeah,
hit it up over the knoll and hit it into a bush, and then tried to
yeah.
hit it out of the bush and didn't have a good shot. I think he doubled that hole.
There were a couple times yesterday where I thought he was out,
Yeah, and then to
and
come back and that's why I think he doesn't get enough credit because of the Rory not winning it.
I think if I don't know, it's weird because I don't want to say Rory collapsed. If Rory would have collapsed, then I think it would have been 100% Cam Smith winning, or might it not have been. I don't know, but I just think that, like you said, it was a heck of a final round, and I don't want to take that away from him. He hit golf shots. I think there was another. I think it popped up at one point. He had hit like 75 feet of putts, and Rory, I think, hit like 27.
Yeah.
Like, for those of you who don't know golf, the reason that is like that is because Rory would always hit his in after he would two putt, so his lags were like 2 or 3 feet that he had left over, and he just wasn't making putts. I think I got that feeling early on, like first or second hole. I think he had put his birdie putt maybe 1 or 2 feet off or something. And I thought, that's not really great if he's doing this early. Like, you want him to come out and do that. Hey man, birdie 1, birdie 2, get in, get on. But shout out to Cam Smith. Dude's cool. I'm okay with that. Did you see the bad bet of the guy that cashed out his Cam bet like last night, I think,
No.
and left his Rory one? And then there was another one where a guy bet Cam Smith to win the British Open or the Open, I'm sorry, in 2023.
Why? Why would you do that?
He didn't know, bro. He messed up. He put 75 on him to win next year's Open. Number one, shame on that sports book for having the 2023 Open live at the same time as the 2022 Open. Shame on them.
You know who I else think won this weekend?
Who I
The
else?
PGA
think?
Tour.
Yeah, I'm with you on
Because
that.
you know, there's the whole PGA Tour Live Golf thing. You know, all
Yeah.
cameras, everybody was focused on Rory. Rory's, you know, he's in a major drought, but people know he's still one of those major faces of the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
I'd say him and Justin Thomas, and they both, you know, had pretty good years. Justin Thomas won the PGA Championship, and you know, right when that whole week, when all that stuff about the Live Golf Tour and poaching players from the PGA and stuff was coming out, I think he finished third.
Yeah.
Up in Canada. So, and I mean, the major golfers on the Live Tour,
Who was the top one? Was it
Bryson,
Dustin Johnson? Was he probably the top one that was
Dustin
on the Live
Johnson,
Tour?
but I feel like most of the stuff I watched when I was just watching him was yesterday on his back nine struggling.
They showed him a little bit today, and literally the only reason I remember is because he had a green shirt on.
He did yesterday as well.
Oh, did he also? But none of the stuff he did today or yesterday was good. I like green; it's my favorite color. But none of the stuff I don't think he did today was particularly awe-inspiring. But yeah,
no, I would agree. But
yeah, I agree with you. It's a big win for the PGA this week.
Yeah, kind of a lower level of things, a behind the scenes kind of win, not as an obvious win.
But I think I mean, I saw another thing. I think halfway through it was. You know how like whenever you're watching sporting events and you see those stats and you immediately watch it and you're like, oh shit, like it's not going to look good for my guy. It was like Cameron Smith is the first person to trail by more than 4 strokes to have a tire share the lead in a final round since like 1939, and I'm like, oh my god, well just give him the jug, man. Like I don't know, like I hate those kind of stats because they just implant your mind with all these things.
Yeah. You know who else is kind of an underdog this week? I don't know if I'd say Cam Smith was an underdog, but he definitely probably wasn't the favorite going into that final.
I don't think he was a favorite. Who else?
But you know who else is going to be an underdog this week?
Who else?
Probably Albert Pujols in the home run derby.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about it.
You're a Cardinals fan, lifelong Cardinals fan. How do you feel about Albert Pujols?
Oh, 13:37.
Gosh, we only have like
I know. I'm just looking at the time.
20 minutes
trying
left.
to figure it out.
I shouldn't have asked that. That's my bad.
I'm a realist. I think that Albert Pujols is the greatest hitter of his generation. You know, I say that, and then there's a guy like Miguel Cabrera that's also super freaking good.
I mean, you can only have 10 or 15 greatest hitters of a generation.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, and there was also Ichiro there for a little bit of time. I think, I mean, he's the machine for a reason. I loved Albert Pujols. He was growing up. I mean, coming up in the league, I was a young person, and I remember specifically an early game in Pujols' career. It might have been his rookie year or his second year, and they were playing San Francisco, and it was whenever Bonds was dropping bombs and everything. And I had a poster that I brought to the game, and it was like Pujols' first 2 years in the league and Bonds' first 2 years in the league. And it was like night and day. Like Bonds' numbers were terrible and Pujols' were great. And I was like, okay, this is good. And I loved it. And I had some great memories with Pujols. Obviously, I was bitter when he left. Whatever. He's back now. That's great. He's going to retire as a Cardinal. That's fun for me. What?
Whatever.
Whatever. I think he'll get a statue outside of Busch Stadium, as he should. He'll go into the Hall of Fame as a Cardinal, like he should. He will get his butt kicked by Ronald Acuna Jr. tomorrow night, round 1. Book it. Or it's going to be Albert Pujols and Corey Seager, the 2 former Dodgers, in Dodger Stadium, like I told you before we came on the air.
You know what really excites me about the Home Run Derby that I didn't even know was tomorrow until we started?
The Futures game.
No.
Or no, the Celebrity All-Star game. I'm sorry. The Celebrity game.
No.
Oh my gosh.
I was just going to say that Albert Pujols is in it because one of my signature like Home Run Derby memories was 03.
This guy.
I know. Yeah, well, it was an 03, him and Garrett Anderson kind of going at it.
Garrett Anderson? Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Do you remember that Home Run Derby?
Yeah. I remember Garrett Anderson like being good in a Home Run Derby.
Yeah. I know, but it was just I mean, you had Jason Giambi, Jim Edmonds, Gary Sheffield, Carlos Delgado, Richie Sexson, Brett Boone.
Ooh.
What a list, man.
That was
like
fun
my childhood.
Man. I remember one year when Carlos Delgado had like 100 RBIs at the All-Star break. I was talking to my dad about this the other day. Yeah.
That's what makes me excited about it. Seeing like one of the people that I grew up, getting me into baseball in it.
I think you froze.
No, the Futures game doesn't excite me.
Okay, what about the Celebrity All-Star game?
No.
So I went to it in 2009. The All-Star game was in St. Louis. And I went to the Futures game, the Home Run Derby, the Celebrity game, and the All-Star game. And it was awesome. It was a fun experience.
I haven't been to a baseball game, like a Major League Baseball game or anything of the sort.
Don't trash the hot rods.
Well, that's minor league. I'm talking Major League.
Oh, I know, but they're still good.
I think it was.
They try hard.
Man, that would have been back in 2019. I think I went to see them play the White Sox, 2018 or 2019. If it was 2019, it was either midsummer or opening day. But I haven't been to a Major League Baseball game since then. I was looking because I'm on vacation. If you didn't hear, without a care in the world.
Well, you
was looking at the Reds schedule. Well, I was looking at the Reds schedule and seeing what was going on. I was thinking about taking a trip to Cincinnati and maybe swinging over to a store and getting some meat to smoke too.
Is there like a list of what's the store called?
Jungle Gyms. My brother lives in Columbus. He's moving to Lexington shortly.
Jungle Gyms.
Yeah, it's
spell
like
spell gyms. Food.
Like the name J-I.
Okay.
I've never been. He talks it up all the time. Apparently, it's got all kinds of food from all over the world, all kinds of alcohol from all over the world, and it's got some like weird meats. Like I kind of want to, like, I like the traditional barbecue foods. The pork butts. I got a BOGO pork butts the other day. 2 pork butts for like $20. Yeah, what a deal!
Where did you get this deal at?
Kroger.
They cooked? Were they cooked?
No.
Oh, okay.
But like
okay.
2 like
I thought you meant like there was like a fundraiser and you got like 2 for
no.
buy one get one.
I was buying stuff for grill night. I was just going easy making some chicken sandwiches, and I walked by the meat section because I like to look at the meat. And
did you think about that?
I saw.
You start talking.
Don't be a pervert. I walked by one of the coolers and it was like buy one get one pork butts, and I looked and I stopped and I stared at the cooler for like 5 minutes trying to decide. I was like, you know what, I don't need it. Then a couple hours later, I was back. And
you were back and got it.
Yeah, had butts on my mind.
And I'm the problem here.
We're talking barbecue. It's totally legitimate. This is the Meet the Press podcast.
I'm aware.
And you can find it anywhere you can find a podcast.
Wherever that may be.
Spotify or anywhere else that we don't even know what's on.
Have you started watching anything on your days off now?
Yes. This past week, I watched the new season of Umbrella Academy.
I'm still not through it yet.
I watched the first season years ago when it came out. I was like, this is a little bit weird.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to catch on.
It is a weird show. Yeah.
And now it's like it's pretty popular now.
It's a
And
thing.
it's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I finally got around to starting Squid Games today. That's
Uh,
it's a
That's
weird
one.
show.
That's one that I watched the first time through, and usually when I watch things the first time through, I'll take a couple days and I'll watch it again to see like if I missed anything, like right off the bat, like anything like super obvious that I missed. Why are you looking at me like that? I hope you're frozen and not just looking at me with your face. Um, and that was one that I did not feel that I needed to immediately watch again because it
It,
is a weird show.
yeah, it is weird. Also, I've watched a few shows that are like foreign and dubbed in English.
Yeah, yeah.
And there are certain parts that don't bother me about this one when it is, and then there are certain characters where the dub is
Dude, I watched one the other day.
it's
I watched one the other day like
not
this.
great. Yeah.
It was on Amazon Prime, and it ended up basically being these people tried to like break this dude out of prison so they could kill him. I don't know. But I can't even tell you what it was called. I don't even know what the title was. But it was dubbed in English and I just kind of went with it every single episode. And I again have no idea what I think the show was called like the a long night. I don't know, not a clue. But I'm also watching Winning Time. I just finished that.
Is that an HBO show?
Yeah, that's the story of the Showtime Lakers, the year they drafted Magic, and the year that like Larry Buss got the team. Dr.
I don't
Larry Buss.
yeah, I don't pay for HBO.
I did it just so I could watch this show. Like I've heard a lot about it. I like John C. Riley a lot. I think he's super versatile, and he was good. I don't know who the dude that played Magic was. He was pretty good. Trying to think, was there anyone else like super? Adrian Brody played Pat Riley.
Adrian Brody. What else
He was
is
in the Pianist.
that a movie?
Yes.
Never seen it. Never heard of it.
No, I'm shocked that you didn't see it after you asked what it was. Jason
Oh yeah.
Segel.
Oh
Jason,
yeah, I love Jason Segel.
yeah, Jason Segel was in it.
We
I don't
had
know.
this conversation a little bit before we hopped on, but and we've kind of talked about this before when we were talking about Hustle, the Adam Sandler movie that recently
Right,
came out on Netflix.
right, yeah,
I feel like a lot of comedians make very good actors in serious movies, whereas it
yeah.
doesn't go kind of the opposite way.
I mean, John C. Riley's been in some stuff that I think a lot of people haven't seen. I mean, he's been in like the Talladega Nights and like the Step Brothers, and he's super great in those. But like he was in Gangs of New York, which is a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and Daniel Day-Lewis. It's basically about like the five boroughs of New York when kind of like not like like the gangs of New York, like whenever they were up and coming, and um, he was super good in that, and he's been in a few more serious things. And he's just really good at them. I think he's just super versatile. Yeah.
I would agree. Having limited experience watching his movies.
We've seen
You've
like Step
Talladega
Brothers.
Nights.
You've
Yeah,
seen
I've seen
Step
Step
Brothers.
Brothers, Talladega Nights.
Okay. Did you watch Good Will Hunting yet?
No, I told you. I
Oh
wasn't
my
going
gosh,
to.
dude! Please watch it on your week vacation.
I don't want to spend
Please.
my vacation watching a movie. I would much rather spend my vacation watching 10 hours of a TV show.
Oh my gosh! Then pause it every half hour for 6 times, 5 times. It's like 2.5 hours.
That would ruin the story. It would ruin the flow.
Yeah, dear child. Man, no,
Also,
dude, it's so good, and it's in Boston, Beantown. Haven't you ever heard the daggum what's the thing? Hey, don't you like apples? Like apples?
What?
Have you ever heard that?
no.
Like, how about them apple? It's from Good Will Hunting. Gosh, Jared, you've got to see
How would
this
I know
movie,
what you're
dude.
talking about? I've never seen
I've never
it.
heard. I didn't know if you've heard somebody say like, oh, like, do you like apples? And then so like the scene goes, he gets this girl's number, and this other guy like tries to like talk shit on him basically and like smart him up. but he's super smart in the movie. And so the guy's like standing there, like sitting at a table by the window whenever he's leaving. And Matt Damon walks up to the window and he goes, "Do you like apples?" And the guy's like, "What?" He goes, "Do you like apples?" And he goes, "Yeah, I got her number." And then he goes, "Yeah, I like apples." And then he smacks the window and her number's on it. And he goes, "Well, I got her number. How about them apples?" And it's just like a super like funny scene. Gosh, Jared,
No, I've never seen it. I had been watching a little bit of Iron Chef on Netflix. They're doing it on Netflix now.
I'd rather
Apparently,
watch Good Will Hunting. Yeah, it's
do you
the
watch do you watch cooking shows though?
dude. We've done this last week.
Cooking shows?
Yes, 100%.
It's been a long week, man. See, I
we
wasn't on
talked about
vacation last
cooking
week.
shows.
I had other things on my mind.
Dude, we straight up talked about cooking shows. Probably like 15 minutes last week, if I'm being honest.
I
We
should
talked
listen to the
about
podcast.
we talked about Burn. You remember that? Talked about Burn, the Bradley Cooper movie.
Oh yeah, no, the one I hadn't seen.
Yeah, the one you haven't seen. Because we talked about Bear.
Oh no, I meant like not like dramas. I'm talking like reality cooking shows.
Oh,
like
yeah, of
Chopped
course.
or
Yeah.
Iron Chef. Like
Yeah,
shows
I
where
watched
they're actually,
MasterChef.
like, cooking.
Yeah, I watch MasterChef. Like I watch all those. Like
It's like,
MasterChef
what is this guy
Juniors.
talking about?
I thought you were, dude. I thought I was about to like make a call. I don't know who to call in Bowling Green, but I was about to call him. I was gonna call Carlos and be like, "You man, you got to get over to Jared's house." Stat, he's losing it because that's the only. That's like that would probably be the first person I would text if I had to get a hold of you. Like, no, maybe not.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Honestly, it would probably be Compton or Jeff.
No, I'm good. I'm just living my best life because I'm on vacation. If you hadn't heard.
All right, I did. Did you know the MLB draft was tonight? I feel like this is the least one because we've talked about this. Which draft would you rather get drafted in? And this didn't come up. Today's the day of the MLB draft.
I knew it was the MLB draft when the first pick was made, and it came across my ESPN notifications.
And it was something Holiday, Matt Holiday.
Yeah, no, that made me feel very old. I think I saw there were a couple other players whose sons were draft eligible. I think Carl Crawford was one of them.
I feel like Carl Crawford just got out of the league.
Matt Holiday's still in the league.
I don't think that's true.
What?
That's not true. That's not true. He's out.
No, I don't care. He's in my mind.
At least 3 or 4 years. At least 3 or 4 years.
Who am I thinking of?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, 2018. I'm thinking of someone else. Carpenter.
Matt Carpenter?
Yeah, all the Matts run together.
Yeah, I mean he's killing it in New York. Drives me crazy. But
yep.
So do you remember question? Do you remember Matt Holiday? What team do you remember for Matt Holiday the most? Because you're younger than me. So I would assume
Matt Holiday? A's, probably? I don't know why.
Did he play for the A's? Are you making this up?
No, I'm pretty sure he played for the A's.
I don't think you're right, man.
I think it was just
holy
year.
Crap, you're right.
I don't know why. That's who he played for the least.
That's who he played for right before he went to St. Louis. Yeah, he killed it in St. Louis. He was great. I liked him in St. Louis. But he was better. I think he might have been better in Colorado. But he was another one. Like St. Louis got Larry Walker. There were a couple guys that they got from Colorado. But there were a few guys' sons that got drafted. Andrew Jones' son got drafted. Drew.
Man, that makes me feel so old.
I know. That's a tough one. Who else? I think there were some more.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I was scrolling through the TikTok the other day. As I do. Yeah. And I came across one of this guy that found a bag of baseball cards at Goodwill. And they were all like very high value cards.
Yeah.
And it made me think back to my childhood and like buying packs of baseball cards and just opening them and being excited about it. Miss that feeling.
You can get in the card game, man. It's lucrative right now.
Card game it's too competitive right now.
It is.
I don't have the heart and the hustle for that.
I have like 4 or 5, 6 scattered around here.
I've got a bunch of cards back home still, so.
Hey, Jared.
Hey.
Who's your prize pick of the week?
Oh, that's a great question. I'm thinking about giving it to myself for being on vacation, but
I don't hate that. I'm okay with that.
I feel like that's
I mean, your
it's a little
panel
pretentious, a little self-centered.
Your panel is just me that you have to convince. So, I mean, you're good. You're good with it. I'm good with it.
No, there's like at least 3 people that listen to this podcast outside of us. So, and I clearly don't, because I didn't know we talked about cooking shows last week. I think I'm gonna go with Cameron Smith. Just because I thought he was kind of dead in the water. When he was standing in that bunker Saturday in the 3rd round of the Open. I've got no connection to the guy. I just enjoyed watching him golf this weekend. So, nothing special. Just
I'm gonna go to the draft. Kumar Rocker from Vandy. He got drafted last year, 10th overall by the Mets. Didn't like it. Decided to go back to school for a year. This year picked 3rd by the Rangers. And now he's back with Jack Leiter, former Vandy teammate in Texas and son of former Met, Al Leiter. Is he a Met? Is that right? Am I making that up? That may be before you. I think that's before you. I'm sorry. Yeah, Met.
Just dropped old school trivia on me today.
He retired in 2005. He played 87 to 2005. That's a long time. Did have a no-hitter, though.
87 to 2005?
Yeah, he's 56.
It's what, an 18-year career?
Yeah. That sounds right.
How's your math skills, Tyler?
Why did you ask? Like, why did you? Were you confirming?
I don't know. I was seeing if you were going to do some Good Will Hunting shit.
Dude, man,
isn't that a math?
So you know it's about? Yes, you know what it's about.
Yeah, I know what it's about. I know what Star Wars is about. I know what Space Jam is about. I haven't seen them though.
All right. For the one watcher on here, could you please just tell this man that he needs to watch Good Will Hunting, and maybe he will do it? Because
I might watch it this week just because I'm off and I don't have any plans.
I think that was my reason.
And I probably won't. I'm just saying this to make you feel better, and I'm trying to close this thing out in a graceful way. I was trying to carry us into this week.
All right, guys. Well, 21 weeks down.
Episode.
22. All right, guys. So appreciate you stopping by this week. We will see you next week.